We are here at the Small Business Festival 2017 with Alisa Weldon of Well Done Design.
You got it, girl.
How's it going today?
It's going great. Cinco de Mayo, Austin, Texas. The weather's outside's beautiful. What else do you need?
Fabulous.
It's pretty awesome.
So tell us about Well Done Design.
Well, we're a creative agency. We've been in Austin a good couple decades, which is awesome because we've seen the landscape of Austin grow. More importantly, we're a soup to nuts shop. But first and foremost, it starts with the message of you. So we're interested in developing your brand and your logo and your website and your business cards. That's awesome. But first, I got to get inside. I got to figure out who you are. We got to develop your message and then help you grow.
So you're a brand therapist. Tell me about the emotional involvement here with branding. Branding, that's a product. We're selling things. What does that have to do with my emotional well-being?
Yeah, it's a really great question because I think the brand therapist phrase I just kind of coined recently. I realized that, in our roundtable of a lot of different people, you're just expressive and you're getting emotional about things you love and why you care about your business. And entrepreneurs, they are so passionate. I mean, I'm passionate. I'm sure my neck's getting red and my passion is excitement. But most importantly, when you narrow down and you figure out who you are and what you do, that gets more clear.
And how, for people that they have a brand and they know that it doesn't quite have, they know it's got some basic core values, but how does one try to make that next step to make a deeper connection with potential clients and to make the brand and the product a better fit?
Well, the talk that I spoke of just a couple hours ago, actually, the knowledge is only a decade old. So anthropologists for years and years study individuals, and those individuals have characteristics in human behavior. And it wasn't until two amazing women that wrote a book called The Hero and the Outlaw. They defined how to create basically your archetype and apply it to your brand. So what that means is less out of your head thinking about what project you've got to do, what thing you've got to create, what your logo looks like. The goal is to really dive deep into figuring out who you are as an archetype, be able to apply your strengths and challenges and kind of a summary of who it is in the language standpoint you are to develop the message to then inform the brand of you. Because no matter what, small or large businesses, we need loyal customers. We need quality, not quantity of people. And while small businesses are desirable on having as many people, understand who they are and buy their products and their services, most importantly, the loyal clientele is more important than the single customer. So you being able to attract the right people and understand how you sit, and then of course build a team that can develop a message on who you are when you're not in the room to talk about your business as an owner. Whether your team is up to 500 employees or not, everybody needs consistent language, and that consistency builds loyalty.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a lot, sorry.
No, that's
I'm
okay.
excited.
So Well Done does, kind of brand, work with people's brands, and then what other kind of services do you guys offer?
Yeah, so small to large. So we work with, we developed the messaging for Whole Kids Foundation and Whole Cities Foundation. These are major nonprofits that Whole Foods Market created. We developed their message. And you could think a large corporation would have all these tools in place to then inform the ad campaign that we created that went into every Whole Foods across the nation. And actually the world, and you realize that even the largest corporations that have the access and resources to all the biggest agencies and the budgets to support still are just now discovering the value of what it means to define their archetype more clearly, to define their message more clearly, and then execute. So no matter if you're an individual like a doctor creating a message on how to differentiate yourself from one doctor to another, or you're a small mom and pop launching a spa service, or you're launching a cycling studio, or whatever you're doing, we've done that for all different people. It all still starts with the same fundamental basics. Know who you are before we build the brand.
So tell us about your personal brand.
So our personal brand, I have the luxury of having a great last name, Well Done, makes my dad really proud, but also it has another meaning behind it. Doing something well done has a promise. So when you put something on your name, it's as important as how you show up in your work. how you create and build integrity in your work. Sometimes it means like connecting to the positive impact that we're going to make, the positive contribution of time. To do something well done doesn't mean it's done part-time. It doesn't mean that it's half-ass, if you will. It means you're all in. And ultimately, we want to create a well-done life. We want to create well-done experiences. Anyone and everyone knows ultimately what the American dream is. It's a pursuit of happiness, and it's for somebody to say, you did a well-done job, you know? So getting that compliment means something more, but it's the small business owners, we get to live this American experience, which we get to be creative and have our freedom to do whatever we want. And boy, I think it should be well done.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's not take that for granted.
No. As small business owners, we're focused on what we've got to build and how fast we've got to grow it. But more importantly, we've got to realize like what's good for us. And our brand is really about giving back to those who really value and trust us enough to care and focus the same amount of attention that we do for themselves.
You mentioned giving back to the community. You work with brands that are really thinking about this a lot. So can you speak a little to that?
Yeah, I mean, we've touched a lot of nonprofits. We've served on boards as individuals, as partners in the business, and then on top of that, we've grown lots of nonprofits. We created just recently, 2 years ago, a really amazing story with this little boy, Charlie Dina, a whole movement on childhood cancer. We helped redefine the message of what does it mean to go gold in September, and how do you do that through colleges and universities. And the silver lining that one piece and how we give was realizing that a child in their weakest moment needs a hero in their highest strength. So focusing on athletes paired as heroes to young kids is a natural elevation of a topic and a phrase. And we all know college football is big and college sports are big. So a fan base to help grow an effort was really big. So then we got into tactics on how we get that message out. But yeah, you know, giving back is really important. We dedicate one client every year that we focus on our give, our way of communicating. Right now we're helping an organization called Songwriting with Soldiers. It's not about necessarily a veteran's experience, it's the reaction of after you spent your life serving our country, how do you partner songwriters with storytelling? And how do you get them to share something that they've never shared before? And then our ability is to how do you brand that? How do you bring people together? How do you connect that message? How do you get like-minded people who care about that issue to expose and learn something? And really it's just to make that connection and storytell. And it's caring about our youngest and it's caring about our oldest and realizing that we have the value of truly learning a lot from the folks that are before us. We're thousands of generations of people. We just get one little moment of time to spend our effort and spend our energy. And we got to connect to the positive. We got to do the right thing.
Totally. I mean, businesses that connect with communities and have kind of that halo effect has always been very inspiring to me, as we do as well.
We try. I mean, sometimes it comes off a little exciting, like oh my gosh, you know, take it down a notch, do what you've got to do. But you always feel better when you really connect with something that has meaning, truly.
Well, thank you so much, Alisa. It's been really excellent to speak with you today at the Small Business Festival of 2017. So let's talk about how people can find Well Done Media.
So Well Done Design is well-donedesign.com, or you can call us, you know, 512-443-6677, or you can email us at hello@well-donedesign.com.
Super. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.